what's happening, YouTube? Back on the road again. And I had a thought. I had a ponder. And this happens in the inner city that I'm from, H-Town. And I get shown love. A lot of love from H-Town. Damn right I should. But seeing that I've been in everything except for Alaska, I've been in all 50 states. I noticed this thing a lot, that people that don't know you from dog shit assume they know you, like they've known you forever, good or bad. But a lot of times certain people that have negative that's built into them, it's not intended to be on you, but it sure as fuck feels like it. They'll assume that they know your destiny and your fate. Like, it's bad when motherfuckers assume automatically, like, oh, that nigga's walking, he can't get a car, I'm a trucker. like the fuck is wrong with you? Are you retarded? Like, even in opposition, in a heavy opposition, I do have one, and I have one. Say, oh, you're homeless. You're scraping by. You're scraping by. I'm pretty sure you didn't choose. You chose, I don't want to live in a mansion, I don't care. Right? I'm pretty sure that was never your thought process. And I know it's not all about money, but people that say that usually are dealing with issues. And a lot of it has to deal with money. But that is neither here or there. And usually that is the main subject, as the Bible says, money answers all things. So 90% of the problems that you have can be dealt with, even if it's relational, on any form, can be dealt with financially. Unless you're an idiot that tries to call the Bible, which has never been wrong, a liar, then off with you. You're on the wrong channel. And you're listening to the wrong nigga. But, hold on, let me set my cruise right. But, aside from that fact, I noticed with this fact that a lot of people that don't know me, like people that know me loosely, and because I like to stay mysterious, because I'm aware, I've become more aware that people are temporary, like toilet paper. A lot of people are toilet paper, especially if you're climbing, especially if you have ambition, especially if you're trying to figure out still today what the world is. A lot of this world is unbelievably wicked. Like the Bible tells you straight up, but you have to experience it to know it. Like Elon went on the Joe Rogan podcast and said he was exposing people, and he has to be careful who he exposes, because he doesn't want to get, basically, you put it in a nice way, he doesn't want to get assassinated. He's a billionaire, and he's still concerned about being assassinated. That lets you know, boy, that fucking lets you know how wicked this world is. You know what I mean? But so the average man that stands on morals and stands on business for himself, we know half of our fucking entertaining hood movies are just this example in itself. Being around niggas while you're climbing, you could be the worst, the grimiest situation. It doesn't have to be exactly ghetto, but the grimier situation that you climb out of, the more angry you make the demons that are inside these bodies, the legions of demons, the angrier you get them. And you'll drive them to a murderous rage, whether it be direct or indirect, where they work and they plot, they plan, and they scheme. So I know there's a lot of songs we have that warn you of this. We have this in our hood for our own people to warn us. Like, hey, yeah, these ain't your niggas. But like they look like you niggas. They're skin folk at all. They can even share the same blood with you. But these aren't your niggas. These aren't your niggas. I promise you they're not your niggas. These can be your friends, your co-workers. We can go on for eons. They could be relationships. But these aren't your niggas if you're climbing. And at very best, if you're climbing, you have to be intelligent. Use that intelligence for awareness. But this is not a cautionary tale that I'm starting. I'm just doing off of observation. The fact that aside from people that you're either closely familiar with to some degree to remotely familiar with, I'm not even talking about that really. I'm talking about strangers. And I'm dealing from my perspective because there's people that do street theater, there's gang stalkers, there's people that have never met me before that know my name and know things about me, that bump into me and have communicated with me. I promise you I'm not lying. I promise you this is real. It's weird. I wish I could have caught it on camera. I'm not shocked. It doesn't scare me. I know it goes on, but they make it hard to, unless I'm walking around with a fucking cam all day, every day, they make it hard to catch and expose and explain. We're in a society that, coincidence aside, like, people that don't know you, happenstance, if they actually don't know you, based off their negative inner, which I like to call demons, because you have faith, but just the negativity. And projection is usually a trait of the weak. We're all weak, but we don't have to stay that way. So I know, as a motherfucker that seeks ultimate strength, that projection is a weakness. And a foolish thing on top of it. There's weakness and foolish all rolled up into one disgusting ball. So, these things, these people, sometimes for the lack of a better term, project what's internal if they're completely strangers to you. And that's if. Because there's so many different ways, even if it's not gang stalking. A lot of people are partaking in witchcraft, astral projection. We're all literally connected, almost all of us, in some kind of energetic form that I can attest to. But there's multiple ways. You can literally have your phone hacked. Put it all that aside, you can literally have somebody stalking you for that. Or some other weird ass means. One way or another. All that put aside, even if a person is completely unaware of you, they can be projecting their demons, like I was breaking it down, their weaknesses, their sickness, their faith in disgust, their faith in all that is separate from the Most High. They can be projecting it onto you. And the vitriol will increase, especially on how much they are attached to their demons, if you stand firm in your faith, the faith of God and His promise. You stand firm in your faith, period, even if you're completely ignorant or have a lapse in spiritual judgment. Their vitriol will upheave, and you'll get a different kind of pushback. This is also from strangers. It can be passive. Sometimes it can be random. It can be under their breath thing. But it depends on the spirit of a person, or the lack thereof. And shit, man. But I know this is like, man, I'm just trying to get this little old change on this white boys. If you're talking to old head ass niggas, which I'm now, I guess, running into young age, but these niggas in their 60s and they're breathing at Walmart or whatever, you know what I mean, are older. My dad's still working. These niggas are still in their upper and their latter years, and they're still pushing slavery. And it's disgusting. It's like, yo, why'd you have kids? Just to push all of us into slavery? I don't blame the woman. They're supposed to be led. But and I get it. Our fathers were killed. We had all this extra shit, separated, traps, booby trapped. I know I'm experiencing the same thing too. But There's God, and you're not a bitch. So, what's your excuse? Why did you procreate? And like, you're a poor example as a human being, not because of the situations that society has forced on you, but because you don't stand on anything that's of a masculine portion. And like, lack of faith. Faith requires nothing but belief. And you believe in an ass that you can't see, taste, or hear. Guaranteed. That's why most men can talk good, but actually can't fight. Because subconsciously they believe in an ass whooping before the fight even starts, before the bell even rings, before the altercation even happens. I've whooped numbers of men in physical actual interactions, and outnumbered multiple times. And it's quite easy. It's because what's in their head and reality never matches. False evidence appears real a lot because there are powers in high places that trickle down their wickedness and perpetuate a reality that is actually non-existent. A scarcity world, when you look around and you can literally plant anything anywhere. You can grow anything anywhere. Energy is literally emitted throughout the airwaves, and you can be plucked out to harnessed and literally power and grow anything. But I know I'm talking super quote-unquote sci-fi, even though Tesla brought this out, and they slow killed him when he tried to give out free inventions. But I'm digressing to the point where basically saying, to sum it up, demons, if you start cutting off the poisonous gangrene limbs within your relations while you're climbing, because they'll start acting up when you're getting traction, the devil will send his minions through strangers to try to wiggle his way in. Okay, if I can't get you through random bitches that are offering you pussy, as long as you offer your self-esteem, your confidence, your energy, your time, anything I can take away all of the components you need for yourself to grow, I can't get you there, I'm gonna get you through. Well, you better have friends, but I'm smart. And with that intelligence, I realized you won't be around much longer because I'm climbing. I'm breaking through another gate. You don't even want to be at the gate you're at. You're actually going down. I'm going up. Like, where you're at now, I went from lower below you to just past you in a week. Just by thought, process, and faith alone. Like, if you were actually real, you would dislike me. If we actually had that conversation. If we were measuring where we're at in life and how we're growing. But you can see this throughout society, politics, sadly speaking. I don't like it, but you have to be wise and you have to address it. And I don't know if I'm beating a dead horse, if I mentioned this in a video before. Trump and Elon have dug out enough corruption to expose trillions of dollars of laundered money that has gone to you know what, and Lord knows you know what. Speaking on some of the subjects I've already spoken on this channel. And he's offering back to the American people. And more than half of the people are ignorant and don't really give a fuck about it. Which only can mean two things. People are just that goddamn ignorant, or people aren't the people that they purport to be. At least to me. I mean, from my outside view, the inside wickedness of other people, there are dudes that are in groups that are having sex with each other and homosexual sex with each other, and then on the outside they're like, yeah, we got bitches and all that shit. They're getting their back blown out by their homeboys. There's people that are doing weird witchcraft cults in large groups that I have no idea about. There's so much wicked, weird shit that goes on. There's people that are couples swapping. I know this from college, that a white dude wanted me to fuck his bitch. Few dudes actually wanted me to fuck their bitch while they watched. The world is a lot weirder than I would accept. I've known, like, and I guess most of those people were white, but not all of them were. And that's, I guess, how demons work. They try, they poke. I hear, just you hear from people in the music industry and the entertainment business and Hollywood and all that other shit. They're like, here, little boy, here's some candy. Come on in here. Let's have a talk. Man, I fucked this bitch in the ass and her mother, and then they'll say some foul shit, see if you're okay with it. And nigga didn't flinch. And then, you know what I mean? And then they'll just walk you down into the deeper realms of debauchery. And I'm assuming, because I'm not down with it, and it's clear to see that I'm not, that's probably going to add to the note of the, alright, this is the best we can do without assigning negative energies by projecting. But I'm not accepting that either. I rebuke you, and I'll lay the holy hands on you too. Like, I'm not too good to put the beat down on your bitch ass. You know what I mean? God's not completely done working on me. I'm joking. God don't give a fuck either. God killed people. God fucked niggas up. God told niggas to fuck niggas up in the Bible. But the 501c3 bitch pastors that are all of a sudden are found out for doing homosexual shit, they won't call out this in the Bible because, one, the government will take away their tax cuts. Two, they don't like when men are men. And it's a whole scheme. I don't want to go too deep into it. My whole point is that this spiritual war is so pervasive in every aspect of life, and if you're not sharp, you're gonna get prowled on. You're gonna get prowled on real quick. But anyways, like and subscribe, and remember, God knows your value, but do you? Either way, my niggas, my crackers, my chinks, my bleeders, I can keep on going. Do you? Till next time.